$165 billion we gave to Ukraine. We could have built 6 border walls to stop illegal immigrants from pouring across our southern border. Could have fixed Flint's water system 215 times over.
Easily.
I like this one. Could have given every homeless vet $2 million.
Holy shit.
Could have given $50 million to every family impacted by the Maui wildfires.
They got $700 each. They think it would take $20 billion to end homelessness in America. $20 billion. We've sent 100 and how much?
$165 billion.
So we could have ended homelessness 8 times over in America. It's outrageous.
The American people are the biggest slaves of any citizenship in the entire world, because the American people are the only people that are told, go work super hard, go take a massive amount of your life, and we're going to take at least half your money. When we take half your money, we're going to send it overseas, or we're going to mismanage it, or we're going to send it over here for quote unquote aid. Where's our motherfucking aid? Where's our aid from Kuwait or any of these other rich countries to fix our homeless problem? You ever notice that none of the other citizens on the planet work so that we can have a better here in America? It's always the other way around. Why the fuck are we, the citizens of the United States of America, financing the well-being of every other fucking country in this planet? Until people wake up to that and say no more, shit's going to continue. This land of the free. That's a fucking joke. Land of the motherfucking worker bees is what we are.
To come back.
What happened during the couple years of lockdown? The average billionaire doubled their wealth. The big companies tripled their wealth on average. The average person lost half their wealth. And now 67% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck, living in deep debt. They get richer, you get poorer. Weaponization of the economy. So how do they get you not to see that? They make it about wokeism. They make it about racial division, religious division. They implode the third world, flood the first world. Organize that into a weaponized group. They create every form of cultural divide in an angrier world, as Klaus Schwab said. So we're all distracted, divided and conquered, fighting with each other.
You gonna take 40% of my paycheck in taxes? Most definitely. And then after you tax my check, you gonna tax me on anything I spend with the money left from my check that you already taxed. Oh, you getting it now? You this close. You this close to getting ready to chase the American dream. So let me get this shit straight. Bitch, you gonna tax my whole check. Give me what's left. Then I'm gonna spend that on something. And you're gonna tax me again for spending money that was already taxed. And after I buy something, I have to pay taxes on that. Or else you're gonna take it from me because I didn't pay taxes. Yes, and if you do that real hard and just pull up on your bootstraps with all your might, you will make it in this country. Bro, that sounds like some fucking bullshit. If I gotta pay taxes on anything that exists forever, anytime, always, every day, or else I fucking get my shit took or go to prison, do I own anything? No, y'all don't own shit. It's just a big lending system. We own everything and we just sell you the illusion that you got something. You don't have shit. Miss a tax payment, I'm taking that shit. Miss another one, I'm taking your fucking life. You're going to prison. Don't like it? Leave. You gonna take.
And that's exactly what you're starting to see more guys do. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. At the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Now, before I continue, this video is mainly for the detractors, and I know it's going to be some guys that are Passport Bro supporters that are going to probably be looking at this like, Jerome, we are not one and the same, and I agree with that to some extent. But when it comes to all the clips that you just saw previously, this is one of the reasons why I'm slowly starting to see even more women live abroad as well. And the reason why I want to bring that up is to show mainly the female detractors more than anything that Passport Bros isn't just about women. It's about finding a better lifestyle, and the funny part about it is this next rant that you're about to see is coming from a Passport Bro female detractor. So I figured, what better clip than to show you guys than the same woman who was trying to shit on Passport Bros, but she's complaining about everything that Passport Bros were complaining about, and one of the reasons why they're leaving that has nothing to do with women. and you'll recognize her when you see her, and you saw her on the thumbnail. So without further ado, I'm going ahead and let her cook because this rant is going to take a minute. Let's keep it moving.
You know, I've got a question, and it's more rhetorical, but it's for any of my followers who live in the United States. Why is our standard of living so fucking low? I mean, like, we're in the fucking trenches at this point, and I really don't think you guys are registering the magnitude. We are the pick-me's of the fucking world. Like, we have, like, such a low expectation of what living a good life is. I don't think you guys understand how radicalized you would be against America if you knew how the rest of the fucking world was living. I'm going to rattle off an ass ton of examples until you guys get this shit through your fucking skull, right? In Germany, they have something called burnout leave, where you get 6 weeks paid off of work if you're mentally burnt out. And if you still can't collect your mental health, the government funds a retreat for you. And when you exit the retreat, they pay you unemployment. And they have resources allocated to citizens to help them change their life path if they want to switch careers or get a new education. In France, employers are legally obligated to give you, 30 to 90 days notice before they terminate your employment, at which point, once they do, you qualify for up to 2 years. 2 years worth of unemployment where they pay equivalent to American unemployment. But here's the fucking kicker. Their cost of living is 30% less than ours, and healthcare is fucking free. The equivalent of $100 American can feed 6 grown men for an entire week in Russia. And guess what? Genetically modified food is fucking illegal there. So not only is it less expensive, it's more nutritious. If healthcare and nutrition weren't reason enough to make you reconsider, let's talk infrastructure and economy. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has announced a $1 billion project in an attempt to diversify their economy, where they are building a fully autonomous vertical city that spans the reach of 100 miles and will be completed by 2030. My local highways construction won't even be completed by then. Oh, you're okay with shitty healthcare and nutrition? You don't give a fuck about infrastructure or economy? All right, cool. Let's talk about family or even tax breaks for that matter. Did you know that in some Asian countries, they offer tax breaks for people who walk to work or live in close proximity to their elderly? They do this to promote health and fitness, to reduce pollution, and to ensure that people are taking care of their elderly family members so the fucking government doesn't have to. You don't give a fuck about your nana? Fuck her. I didn't like her chicken noodle soup anyways. But since we're on the topic of family, let's talk children. In majority of other civilized and developed countries, they give the mothers 18 months paid maternity leave with free healthcare. Once again, are you starting to pick up on a fucking theme here? And then once the mother is done, the father turns around, and in some countries, they offer him 6 months paid paternity leave. So the child does not have to leave the home for the first 2 years of its fucking life. And then when the mother does return to work, daycare is either free or located in the building she works in. So if she's nursing, she does not have to stop giving her child the nutrition it needs to grow strong and healthy, where it's going to be a burden on their healthcare system. She can tend to that child on her fucking breaks. Did you know in other countries, they're implementing 4-day work weeks, late starts, 2 to 3 hour lunches, remote employment. They offer nap rooms and on-site childcare just so citizens can better manage their work-life balance. But here in America, we work 50 to 60 hours a week at a job we commute 10 to 15 hours to, only so we can come home and work some more. Because if you don't work when you're not working, you're not going to make enough money to afford the poisonous food that puts a larger strain on our underdeveloped healthcare system that isn't fucking free, just so we can be taxed at a rate that's similar to communism, actually far exceeds communist fucking countries. So our upper 1% doesn't have to pay any taxes at all, and they make more money than they could spend in 10 fucking lifetimes on the sole premise that they don't pay us a livable wage while profiting off of buying up all of the houses that we also can't fucking afford. You know, sometimes I don't mean to get this worked up, but I don't think that you guys are registering the magnitude of the weapons and systems formed against you here in America. Our food is shit. Our healthcare is shit. Our work-life balance is shit. We treat our veterans like shit. We treat our elderly like shit. We treat our children like shit while simultaneously feeding them shit. We treat our poor like shit, and we actually don't have to at all. We have an insanely high divorce rate, so our love lives are shit. We take any able-bodied, of age American, male or female, and we work work them to fucking death just so the government can dip into our checks or overtax us so they can send money to fund wars for countries that do have free healthcare. Ukraine has subsidized healthcare. Israel has one of the highest quality and most technologically advanced healthcare systems in the fucking world. These countries whose war we are currently funding take care of their elderly, take care of their poor. They have nutritious fucking food. They take care of their children and their fucking women. Y'all really don't get it. Slavery was never abolished in America. It was rebranded and normalized. The American dream has become a fucking nightmare.
Now, her name is Bella Vandella, so any of you Passport Bros that happen to follow her on TikTok, go under that video and just type in hashtag this is why Passport Bros exist. It's not just about the women, and you just proved our point. Because this is the same woman that was shitting on Passport Bros. Now, outside of the take that she had on Passport Bros, I usually agree with a lot of the other stuff that she talks about. But it just goes to show you once again. I'll give you a good example. Andre and Andrea love crossing borders, man. Shout out to Andre. This brother, I think he just did a show not too long ago where he said he was unhappy working in a cubicle, and look where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? Got a wife. They living good in Colombia, and he still travels. Still travels around whenever they want to. It really is a chance to start over and get a better quality of life. And I think Andre is a very, very good example of that. And that is something that he and myself and others in the Passport Bros space try to push. Now, I specifically made this for the female detractors because, like I said, women are starting to catch on to this because even since I started traveling, I'm starting to see more women take advantage of this as well. And if you think I'm lying, check out these next clips.
Why you should live in the Philippines. A house like this will cost $120 to $200 a month, and you'll literally be a 10-minute walk from white sand beaches with blue turquoise water. And it's not so bad on the inside. You got an air conditioner, shower with hot water, a Western style toilet, and a nice little kitchen. On top of that, there's all kinds of cool water activities at these beaches. Like we rented this boat for the entire day to ride around and do some snorkeling. The total cost was just $50 for 4 people. Next up are food prices. You have access to cheap quality produce. These tomatoes, for example, were about $1 a pound, and fresh garlic for 75 cents a pound. Going out to eat is reasonable too. This whole platter of seafood cost about $10. Even higher end places like this Spanish restaurant, where we had 3 fancy dishes and an appetizer, came in at just under $20. And thirdly, you won't have to break the bank having a fun night out. Most bars will charge between $1 and $4 per drink, and that's in freaking tourist areas. So you can have an epic night on the town without having to take out a second mortgage, like you would partying in Miami. Why?
If you plan to come to Thailand or plan to stay here long term, you might want to know the cost of living. Let's go. In case you're new here, my name is DK and I help you understand Thailand, Thai culture, and Thai language beyond books. The cost of living does depends on the location, so today we're going to start with Chiang Mai. As Chiang Mai always made it to the top of the list when it's come to favorite destination for digital nomads. Let's start with the rent. So if you're looking at 1-bedroom condominium for rent, it can be somewhere around like $300 to $500 per month. This price range is average. If you're looking for something cheaper, yes, they are something cheaper. Or if you're looking for something that is a little bit more bougie, well, the sky's the limit. Now, what about the food? Thai cheap street food only start from like $2, $3. I would say $20 can cover your 3 meals easily. Again, if you feel like chef table kind of thing, yes, there are a bunch in Chiang Mai. What about transportation? To rent a scooter here, it starts from somewhere around like $40 per month. What about electricity and water? So if you're alone in 1-bedroom apartment, it should not be over $40. For better understanding, can you live in Chiang Mai with a budget of $1,000? The answer is yes. What about Bangkok, the capital city? Well, you better like and follow because tomorrow I will break down the cost of living in Bangkok. See ya.
I live and work in Spain, making roughly 1,000 euros a month, which in a
Go back and watch that creator's video. She talks about how she earns only $1,000 a month, and that's not shit in the US. But in Spain, she's able to live comfortably, and she's able to live comfortably in the center of Spain. Her groceries are like $20 a month. She only works part-time. I think she said like 16 hours a week. And the rest of the time she gets to enjoy herself and actually live life instead of living in America and literally just slaving away her life. This is exactly why more and more Americans are choosing to live life abroad. I am one of those Americans who sold her house over a year ago to live in Bali indefinitely. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Bali. If it wasn't Bali, it would have been Thailand or Colombia or some other country other than the US. So if you are tired of slaving 40 plus hours a week, living paycheck to paycheck or paycheck to credit card, then you're not alone. And the answer to all of that is honestly to leave the US indefinitely.
Find what you want for your life. That is the true definition of free will. You don't have to pick from these pre-selected options that society tells you. If you want to be somebody that live off the grid and live off the land, go do that. That's successful for you. If you want to be a millionaire, go make that happen. That's successful for you. But just because somebody else chooses a different option, don't make them a failure. Your success ain't my success.
I'm gonna say, and I like that you said that, because people compare people's success so much. The success that somebody else want, they might have a stronger appetite or ambition to get success that you don't want. So the person that decides to have a family with a picket ficking house, that might be their success. The person that wanted to open a gas station and did that, that's successful to them. So I don't look at it as, oh, because you got X amount of money, but you still miserable, that you more successful than me.
And I think that was the perfect clip to end this video on, because it's the plantation bros and the passport bro female detractors. Those are the ones that are trying to tell you what is considered success. Do what's best for you guys. Do what's going to make you happy, all right? I'm not saying you have to do this, but just see it as an alternative if you're not happy with where you're at. All right, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the level of support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all, deuces.